I'm going to give now two examples that sort of highlight the type of research that we do, how it is integrated across many different disciplines, and how it is also international. This first one is a consortium of researchers, in particular from Europe and from sub-Saharan Africa, working at the interface of land use, agriculture, water, and energy. You can see the different organizations that are involved, and you can see that this team, this consortium, is very multidisciplinary. Not only does it have research scientists conducting the work and running those models, it also includes business experts, business professors, and economists who can work then with the scientists to not only help frame the question, but as the results are coming out, are able to take up those results and apply it to policy or perhaps to different types of innovative discoveries as well. This then shows for that project the different stages in the development of the research. Their first goal is to assess societal needs. They identify technological solutions. They bring together those stakeholders to discuss what are the locally relevant conditions and what are particular data sets that might be available to inform these models and analyses. And then they work together to run these models, build new models in some cases, with the outcome then going into business and policy making. This is just one of the many types of results that that particular project has generated, and I show it because it really highlights, I think, this collaborative approach across many different countries. Here they're mapping over there in the figure differences in access to electricity in the different yellow colors and differences in the access to irrigation in blue. The overlap between both the need for electricity and water then shows up as that red-purple color. And I think the map shows that in some cases it's one or the other that is the primary need, but in many areas it's this combination of entangled needs that is really required. So this is where the models really become critical, because in these models you can come up with different scenarios that help assess trade-offs between or among electricity, water, or both. So it means then that the policymaker can really choose what is the solution that allows him or her to best position the country or the government to choose something that is maximally beneficial. I want to just mention that this particular project, if you go to our website, you can find this is a robust analysis for business that was developed as part of this, business related to electricity. This is available online, as are different training modules. If you would like to adopt this to your classroom, if you're a professor, all the videos are available, the slide decks are available. The models are all open access and available online as well, because we are really interested in working not only with our member organizations, such as Egypt, but with others as well, and we are available to help consult and provide advice on how to use these models for your particular conditions. And this is then the picture from this particular project where they're doing as I mentioned, the capacity development. We run courses both in our institute as well as in our member countries, where we can offer training in the use of these models, in how to develop the models, and adapting these models to local conditions. And again, all this is available for free online at our website. And this is the link to that where everything is available. I'm going to just have one much shorter example here, because I think it's another great example of how our research has great impact, not only through business and policy, but we can link citizens, local communities, to policy in other ways as well. And in this case, this is a fascinating story of how one of our researchers was giving a talk about her research on citizen science. And in the audience was a government member from Ghana. And after the talk, they had a discussion where the government official was asking how Ghana might be able to use citizen science to advance their reporting needs for the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And in consultation, they realized that there were data collected by citizen science groups in Ghana. What they didn't know is how good those data were and whether they were robust enough to be used by a government or by the UN. And so the researcher and the government of Ghana came together and got a little seed money, and they did a study and realized that the citizen science program had been designed well enough by scientists that the results that the people in these communities were collecting by picking up trash on the beach was good enough to use to submit to the government to help address and identify gaps in their coverage of pollution and the SDG reporting. And so, of course, this is great. We are now linking local communities to the scientific process, showing them the value of the importance of data, of public activities, of the importance of science in this ever-changing world. It raises awareness of the importance of clean environments and the importance of data, and also contributes at a much higher level to a new technique to the UN Sustainable Development Goals as well. So it's this type of approach that we are excited to do at IASA and are always looking for opportunities to engage more broadly.